He fought against cruelty and injustice, but his greatest fight was against mental illness. Even icons struggle. Only the great ones keep going.
This is home for me, man, and a lot of memories, a lot of friends, a lot of family, and it's just a blessing to be back here to see Columbus grow in such a way.
Well, if you like seeing classic rare cars, drinking a cup of joe, and supporting a good cause, well, you're in luck. The Cars and Coffee Rally in support of mental health awareness is making its way to Columbus. It's hosted by Cleveland Browns offensive tackle Chris Hubbard. He joins us now to tell us all about it.
I was so excited to hear about Chris Hubbard coming to town because, you know, people know who he is. He's kind of like a hometown hero. He went to Carver High School. And the fact that he's brave enough to talk about such a taboo subject as mental illness, that's even greater. I think there are a lot more ears that listen. It's like, wow, you came from here and you're struggling with a mental illness, but you're successful and you're thriving, so I can do well. And students and the community in general, they tend to listen to stuff like that.
Just seeing the high school the way it is now, it's emotional because you've seen how much it has grown. Bro, it's way better than what we had at all. Way better. No, man, we had none of this. None of this. We were told that if you're going through something, you might want to push through it. Nothing's wrong with you. Be a man. And we never realize it until we get to this deep point in life to where we're like, man, something is going on wrong with me. Another note, man, I want y'all to know about mental health too, man. Mental health is serious, man. Whatever, like, if you're dealing with like anything as far as like depression or anxiety or anything like that in your life, like mental health, like I've been through it myself, because football like really wears on you, man. It really does. Like it takes you away from your family most of all, and then as well as like you putting your body on the line too. So every day you come to work, man, you got to deal with these hostile environments, going through different stages in life. You might be dealing with depression or anxiety, but I had to get some help.
It really touched his heart to be able to go back and have that opportunity to kind of let these young men know, hey, listen, I'm just like you. I saw how it's important to him to break down that stigma, especially in the African-American community, especially African-American males, on how we're just supposed to hold everything up and just suck it up. That's that old school mentality where it actually builds up inside and it creates a lot of stress, which then in turns into the depression. Take care of yourself. Talk to somebody if you're going through it, a counselor, anything, because like you might not know you're going through it, but at that time I was like, man, I'm a dude, man, I'm a man, like I can deal with it myself. But at the same time, I was losing weight. I was 305, I lost weight in like a month, bro. Like I went down to like 275. So I had to get all my weight back from dealing with stress and anxiety and going through the different roles and depression and stuff like that.
You can see on a daily basis the issues that we have to deal with in regards to mental health, and for him to take on that issue, it means a great deal to us.
Seeing the young students here today at Carver Columbus High School, I saw myself sitting in one of those seats, and just to be able to talk among those guys brought me back a lot of memories of how I was in school and how I dealt with a lot of things going on.
We hear about bullying, we hear about peer pressure, we hear about problems with people being bullied because of their sexuality.
Just seeing my friend grow through that, yeah, it was pretty tough. He liked other men, so that's kind of why they picked on him, because of what he went through. But he dealt with a lot of things at home as well too. It's not just as far as bullying at school, but he dealt with everything at home. Like I used to talk to him and try to figure out what's going on, but you know, he was just so sheltered to the fact that, you know, he wasn't gonna let that come out. He was always holding something behind and just keeping it to himself. And then next thing you know, that suicide happened. So
In my experience, talking to African American youth, it's just overcoming that stigma. Whereas, maybe their parents may not necessarily believe or understand what mental illness is. They kind of get it and they want to get help, but they don't really know who to talk to about getting help and where to go to get help.
He opened my eyes to a lot of it. Now I understand it's not, like I said, somebody's crazy.
Oh, no.
That's the first thing.
No,
Oh, she's
not.
mental.
Yeah.
That's what you think.
Right.
That's what my thought process was a long time ago. But when he started, it's like, oh, wow, it just brought more awareness to me. Really did. It helped me to understand more.
And so where will the proceeds go?
the proceeds will go to NAMI. Everything that we're raising will go straight to them, and
Okay.
we just want to see it happen and raise as much as possible.
Great. Chris, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yes, the Cars and Coffee Rally. We hope everybody will come out and support mental health.
I'm hyped to be here, man. I'm excited to be here. Man, this is what it's all about, man.
We were out there 6:30 in the morning. The NAMI crew came through. We set up the table. Everybody started popping their hoods, getting the music going. Chris was in heaven.
So we got
Yeah, man.
we got the jerseys.
We had a great day in regards to fundraising and people supporting the event.
Appreciate what you're doing.
Yes, sir, man. I'm glad you brought the rise out here, man. We're just trying to raise that awareness for mental health and just have a good time as well.
It takes a brave man to really, especially a football player, an NFL player, to come out and kind of admit to having mental illness issues and, most importantly, finding help for it. And there's a lot of them out there that have these issues. And I'm very proud of Chris being brave enough to really shed light on it, but then also tell his personal story about that.
I got you, bro. I got you. Come on, look at the camera, look. Anyone that's dealing with mental health today, just know your voice is always meant to be heard. You're not alone in this world. There's a million people that's going through the same thing you may be going through. And it's many ways and different things that you can do in your life that can help you get out of that depression, that hole that you may be in. Just know that we are here to help you, and NAMI is gonna continue to help as much as possible.
Hi, I'm Jen Snow, Director of Public Policy here at NAMI. At the National Office, NAMI advocates on Capitol Hill to make sure that anyone with a mental health condition can get the help they need when they need it. And in these trying times, many people need help. There is no health without mental health, and that's why now and always we're pushing Congress to ensure that mental health is addressed. We're fighting to ensure that people can access the mental health services they need and deserve. We're fighting to improve our nation's ability to respond to people experiencing a mental health crisis. We're fighting to ensure safe housing for people with mental illness. But we cannot do it alone. We need you. Your voice makes a difference. Sign up to be a NAMI advocate by going to nami.org/takeaction. It's that simple. You can become a NAMI advocate, and we'll reach out to you when we need you to contact your elected officials. Your voice can help us make a difference for people with mental health conditions. Become an advocate. Thank you.
Social distancing is new to all of us. Schools are closed, businesses are struggling, and the feelings of isolation can be overwhelming. For some people, this is a new feeling. For others, feelings of isolation are a struggle they live with every day. It may be difficult right now, but you are not alone. 1 in 5 people experience mental illness, but as a result of this crisis, we're all impacted. In the best of times, it's hard to find mental health treatment, and this crisis is making it even more difficult. Now more than ever, we need to stand up together to fight for better support for everyone. Your vote has the power to help. The policymakers we elect make the decisions that affect how, when, and where we can get the mental health services we need. Take the first step. Pledge to vote for mental health.